So tons of videos online about dismantling the seat, taking the seat off the actual floor of this Santa Fe 2010 CRDI model. I've come up with a way of actually dismantling the buckle, leaving it attached to the seat and fixing the micro switch to make sure the chime and illuminating light sound and light when they're supposed to and when they're not supposed to. Okay, so the seatbelt chime has been going off constantly. When you use the seatbelt, you can actually hear the micro switch inside not clicking properly. So buckle fastens. You can hear the micro switch engaging and disengaging. So I haven't been able to find any other YouTube video that shows me how to open the buckle. All the videos seem to show the buckle opened already. So I'm going to pry the buckle casing open. A regular flat screwdriver. It comes off in two parts. Here's the first part. Here's the important bit. So the micro switch is actually housed in this half of the buckle. If I slide out the micro switch, you can see it here. Want to be careful I don't snap any of the wires, or I'll have to get the soldering iron out. So you can see the top of the micro switch there. When the seat belt is actually engaged in the buckle, the switch is down. When the seat belt is disengaged, to warn you that you haven't fastened your seat belt, the switch is disengaged. You can see here this strip of micro switch metal has been bent down too far, so I'm going to pull it out, raise it higher towards the where the buckle engages, or where the belt engages into the buckle with my finger. Just make the height of it a little bit higher, so you can see from here up to here. It'll engage that a little bit better. When I reconstruct the whole thing, when the seatbelt goes in, it engages the micro switch, causing the two contacts to be connected. And when the seatbelt comes out, the contacts are disengaged. Just slide the micro switch out carefully. You can see this is how it's engaged and re-engaged. You can see the white button there. Clean any dirt out of it. And then I need to reshape the metal strip to actually press down the white micro switch more effectively. So the micro switch is quite delicate, as you can see. Here's the hinge. I'm just going to level up the hinge. Make sure it's wide enough that it stays within its pivot points on the micro switch. There we go, it's back in, it's hinged, and you can hear the micro switch press and depress again. What I've done is I've raised the height and put some more curve between here where the switch actually joins the two contacts and where the white plastic part of this buckle here presses down the micro switch. Okay, so time to reassemble it. So I mount the micro switch back in, being careful not to pinch the red wires attached to it. Being careful not to unhinge it as well. Here we go. You can hear it clicking back in. So when the buckle is engaged, or when the seatbelt's engaged in the buckle, it causes the two contacts to be connected. And when the seatbelt is released from the buckle, the connection is no longer made. It's going to put it back together and try it out. Okay, so I'm going to put on the piece that came off first. I'm actually going to put it on first again. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to reconnect the second piece that houses the micro switch by sliding it down onto the first piece. And then final step is to pinch both pieces together until you hear a click on both sides. I want to be careful all the time with the two thin wires. So as you can see, the piece that came off second is slightly higher. I slide it down so that it's flush with the other part. And then both sides are now reconnected. Just give it a quick test before I turn on the engine. So I can hear it in there. And I can no longer hear the micro switch deciding randomly when it wants to press and depress. Okay. So the moment of truth. Let's start the ignition. Expect the chime and the dashboard indicator to go off, to no longer illuminate. once I have the seatbelt properly engaged. And you can see it's already gone off. Final test. Quick road test. With the handbrake already off, you can see the seatbelt chime illumination light is no longer on. Just going to get the speed of the vehicle above 12 to 15 kilometers, and that should ensure, with me moving around in my seat and wobbling the belt like I'm doing right now, and you can see micro switch adjustment seems to have been successful. No light illuminating. Success. Okay, so back home now. Leaving the ignition run for a minute. Disengaging my seatbelt. Come out of the buckle, you can see the micro switch doing its job. Light has illuminated, and as if I was leaving the house again, putting my seatbelt back in, you can see the lights gone off. Double proof success. Thank you very much for watching.